Well, good evening to you, sir. Here you go.
Dr. Watson, are you back? Who's turned out the lights?
I'll turn them on at once, sir.
So it's you, Barrymore.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing in the dark?
The dark, Sir Henry?
You have an annoying habit of repeating things.
I have an annoying habit of repeating things? Well, to tell the truth, Sir Henry, I fell asleep.
It's most unlike you.
And I suffer from headaches, sir. And I thought I would rest my eyes until the pain subsided, and I fell asleep, and when I awoke, the darkness had lifted.
If you say so, I was looking for the journal.
Ah, yes. Well, Mrs. Barrymore has that. It came with yesterday's post.
I would like to see it.
At once, Sir Henry. At once.
Who's there? Dr. Watson? Is that you, Dr. Watson?
Yes, you mean the journal,
Oh!
Sir Henry?
Oh,
Goodness, Sir Henry, there's no need to jump at me.
Perkins. I didn't mean to bark.
I thought you might like a little Baskervilles, so I bought a pitcher and a mug.
That's very thoughtful of you. How is it you're still here?
Oh, the mist rolled in too fast for me. I never cross the moor at night like this. I stay in a small room and fly in the west wing.
Have you done that recently?
Sir?
Have you stayed over in the past couple of weeks?
Once?
I was wondering, Perkins, have you heard anyone crying?
Crying? I don't think so. I'm a sound sleeper. Of course, at that end of the house, one might as well be in a tomb. The walls are that thick.
Tomb is exactly what this place feels like at times.
Would you like me to light the fire, sir?
No, it's okay. I'll get it.
Very good.
It's a miserable night out.
Did you walk back from the village?
I did.
I hope you carried a torch, Dr. Watson.
Certainly not. I have excellent night sight.
Any news from Holmes?
It's positively infuriating. Every time I call London, there's no answer.
He's got to be back in London by now.
Let's hope so. If I don't hear from him by tomorrow, I think a short visit to London would do us both some good.
I appreciate everything that you're doing, but I intend to stick out whatever it is that's terrifying Baskerville Hall.
Then I shall remain here also.
Did you see anyone on your way in?
When?
Just now.
Can't see a thing. The mist from the moor is thicker than guilt. I imagine why Mortimer favors this place.
You're like Beryl and her brother. Lost everything a few years back, got swindled by some bad investments.
Really? I didn't know that. Dr. Mortimer's an excellent surgeon. Can't imagine why he got mixed up in some get-rich scheme. But why did you say what you did just now, whether I'd seen anyone outside the house?
I thought I saw someone. The door was open.
It's closed now.
I closed it.
Was there anyone else in the house?
Barrymore. He was in here. In the dark.
He's in part one.
I'm inclined to agree with you. He said he fell asleep. An odd fellow. Don't know what he was doing in here, but I don't think he was sleeping.
He has been evasive with my questions, yet the Barrymores and Dr. Mortimer were the only witnesses the night your poor uncle met his death. Seems to me that as long as none of the family are resident in Baskerville Hall, Barrymore's got a mighty fine home and not very much to do. Well, don't just stand there eavesdropping in the shadows, Barrymore. Come on out where we can see you.
Mrs. Barrymore, Do you make it a habit of listening in on other people's conversations?
No, Sir Henry, I do not.
Would you care to explain your extraordinary behavior?
Well, you're thinking ill of my husband. He's a loyal retainer, as I am. He would never do anything to hurt you in any way, Sir Henry.
There's cold comfort in that. What have you there?
I should have spoken out before, but it was long after the inquest that I found it, and I've never breathed a word about it to anyone, not even to my husband. I wonder, may I sit down?
Certainly.
I'm not feeling at my best. I know why Sir Charles was on the moor the night that he died.
Well,
He was to meet a woman.
I don't believe it.
The letter came the morning of your uncle's death from the village of Tracy Coombs.
How long have you known this paper existed?
Only a few weeks ago, I was cleaning out Sir Charles's study. It hadn't been touched since his death. I found with ashes with burned letter in the back of the grate. Most of it had been charred to pieces, but one little bit, the end of that page hung together.
Please, please, as you are a gentleman, burn this letter and meet me by the gate on the moor at 10 o'clock.
How can you be sure this is the same letter that arrived the morning of?
The border of the envelope that came that morning had a silver trim on it. The same silver trim is on the bottom of that note paper.
Any name?
No name, only the initials, LL.
I don't understand why you try to conceal this information.
Well, sir, both my husband and I were quite devoted to Sir Charles, as well might be, considering all that he'd done for us. To rake this up couldn't help our poor master, and it's best to go carefully when there's a lady in the case.
In other words, you thought this communication would somehow compromise Sir Charles's reputation.
I hope I've done the right thing at last.
You have.
If you have no other questions.
Later, perhaps.
What is it?
I was thinking how the evil legacy of Sir Hugo hangs on. It would have been best if he'd never been born.
A little late to worry about that. So what do you make of the initials on this letter, LL?
Laura Lyons.
Why, old Franklin's daughter, of course.
Yeah. I think there's someone out there.
Outside the house?
Yes.
No need for that, Sir Henry. I have a revolver.
No need for weaponry. Truda is an ally.
Holmes!
I thought you were in London.
Which is exactly what I wanted you to think. What's it? Mind pointing that there?
Right.
I've never been more happy to see anyone in my life.
Where have you been?
On the moor.
Since when?
Since the day Mortimer invited us for tea.
So then you never left.
That is correct.
You could have entrusted me with your confidence.
Watson, you have been invaluable to me in this as in many other cases. But you see, in your kindness, you may have offered me some comfort or other, and an unnecessary risk would have been run.
You underestimate me, Holmes.
Never! I know, my dear Watson, you share my love for all that is bizarre and outside of the commonplace and humdrum of everyday life. I take it you've kept good notes and written everything down.
Of course I have.
Excellent.
I still don't see the need for your deception.
Had I remained with you and Sir Henry, my point of view would have been the same as yours. And my presence would have alerted the menace to be on its guard. But, in one disguise or another, I've roamed the moor freely.
What have you learned on the moor?
A considerable amount.
Well. What's after me? Human? Supernatural? Flesh and blood, or the devil himself?
For the time being, Sir Henry, I shall hold that question in abeyance. However, when you entered the room earlier, did you see anyone in the dark?
Yes.
Who?
Barrymore.
Sir Henry, have you been aware of a presence in this house from time to time?
I have.
The house does have an eerie quality about it. Perfectly natural reaction.
I think I can prove you wrong. Did Barrymore have a flashlight?
I'm sure he didn't.
Did you startle him when you entered?
I'm sure I did.
On the desk. The perfect hiding place for the simple mind taken unaware.
Mr. Holmes, I know the contents of that desk, and I can assure you there's no flashlight in there.
Sir Henry, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. Ah, Eureka!
So Barrymore had a flashlight. What does that signify?
Watson, I expected better of you. Think.
You mean he was searching for something in this room in the dark. He didn't want to be discovered.
No, not in this room, Sir Henry. Rather out there, on the moor. Water and lights. Come, Sir Henry, I shall demonstrate to you that my time on the moor was put to good use. Keep your eyes focused on that near clump of rocks.
How can we? The mist from the moor blocks out everything.
Not entirely.
What are you doing?
I think that's fairly obvious.
You're signaling someone.
Who?
That's only part of the puzzle.
Look, they're returning your signal.
Holmes, they're answering your signal.
No, Watson, not my signal.
That's it. Whatever it is that's terrifying Baskerville Hall, I intend to put a stop to it.
No, no, Sir Henry, you must not. That is exactly what they want you to do. Remember my warning, you must never cross the moor at night.
You do know what's after me, don't you, Mr. Holmes?
There is more evil surrounding Baskerville Hall than I have ever encountered before.
Listen.
It can't be.
I'm afraid it is. The terror that killed Sir Charles is roaming the moor yet again.